Team Amber.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm joined with Mel from Cold Truth, Hoosier Cold Cases, and Jimbo from The Stand. Everyone.
Hello.
So, what is everybody's thoughts on the trial so far?
Team Amber all the way.
Oh, disgusting. You're fired. Completely fired.
Yep.
This is a heel turn. Heel turn.
I like the delusional side of, I'm that team. So there's that. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's Johnny for you.
Of course.
If you've watched any of it, I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, overwhelming majority is in Johnny's corner.
I mean,
Yep. Sounds like he's kind of like a dick, though. Like he's let his notoriety go to his head a bit.
how could
Just
you
from,
say
like, his
such horrible
staff.
things?
Huh?
How could you say such a horrible thing?
I know. I'm a dick too. That's why I could say that, I guess.
Well,
I would say sarcastic. Oh, sorry, Jimbo.
So it takes one to know one, I guess.
I mean, he's still Johnny Depp, but it's just seems like he's high maintenance. How about that? Is that better?
I don't think he is. I think he never expected to be as big as he is, so I don't think he's ever fully adjusted.
Yeah, he started out as he was a musician. He wanted to be a famous rock star, and he did Nightmare on Elm Street, and
gradually couldn't leave his house.
yeah.
He sang in the what is that?
Hollywood Vampires?
No. It's like a famous place that singers go and sing. You could probably pay to sing there. It's a part of something, like a collab. It's got good what's that? Where you want it to sound like you're in a, I don't know what it's freaking called. Come on, someone help me out.
I'm laughing at Coffee Talk with Shining Survivors comment.
I'm gonna have to find it now. Mahogany. Mahogany is what it's called. If you type that in, it's like a bunch of awesome music inside of this old church cathedral, but it's like from, I don't know, maybe it's in Rome. Let's just go with Rome, like a Colosseum or something. It's pretty cool. You would like it, HCC.
I think it would be hard to I don't know, go from, not expecting to ever be rich and famous at all to being, extremely rich and famous and can't go anywhere without somebody noticing you or knowing who you are without having a little bit of, I don't know. I don't want to say rich people attitude, but, he developed habits with money from the opportunities that he wouldn't have had without it. And I'm sure it changed his his personality some over the years too.
I kind of get that Val Kilmer vibe from him. Like, just, he's all about the art of what he does. And that takes a long time to like prepare, and so everyone's always waiting on him. But maybe it's not because he's just spoiled. Maybe it's just because he's an artist at heart. He kind of does strike me as that.
I mean, he's always done music and he's always done painting, even before he was famous. So, and he still does both.
Yeah. There's a lot I don't know about him, really.
Do you have an authentic Depp painting?
Oh.
I would. But apparently he thoroughly enjoys painting elephants, if anyone wants to know what his favorite thing to paint is.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did
that's
see.
cool.
Is it
See,
NFTs?
Banner B. I didn't know he did that, so that's cool.
Yeah, he used to go to the children's hospital dressed up as Jack Sparrow all the time, and he would stay in character the whole time.
That would be cool.
I don't know, everybody that I've seen do videos or post about meeting him have all said, like, he's super humble, very sweet. I've seen a lot of videos where he's, like, stopped to help people when he was trying to get through, like, a crowd to get in somewhere. So.
Yeah, my husband met him when he was out in California. He said he was nice, which sounds really kind of downplayed, but that's just how he is. So nothing is ever like, he's like, yeah, that guy was nice. Like, do you even know who he is? He's like, well, yeah. But his
Jimbo-
friend worked on movie sets, so he got to kind of tag along.
Oh, that's awesome, though.
Hardly get him to talk about it. He was also one of the candidates for a Bachelor.
Nice.
I know, and they like bowed out at the him and his friend. They went through all the way to where you give them your bank account information, and then they're like, "Yeah, we're just not going to go back." Like, you could have been the dick on The Bachelor, because he totally would have been that guy. Like, he'd have been like, "This is the stupidest motherfucking thing," and they would have had to bleep him every other word. He'd have been like, "This is so stupid. I can't believe this. I expected to fall in love with some chick." No. Yeah, it would have been a nightmare for them.
So am I the only one that's actually been watching the entire trial? I know Mel's been catching up on the TikToks.
Yeah, I'm really late to the party.
Just TikTok here.
I watch highlights.
But. Well, you guys are getting a much calmer me because I didn't have a trial to make me angry today. So.
Well, what made you angry yesterday?
Every single person that takes the stand and lies.
Don't they just make you so mad?
They get me very heated.
Furious, Jimbo.
I mean, none of them have been as bad as Amber herself, but like her sister made me pretty mad. Whoever the old actress is from something, she kind of made me mad.
Jimbo, do you have a saying on your shirt?
On my shirt, it's like the facts that are on like the dietary. Let me see if I can show you. It's
dad facts. Nice.
Yeah, but it's like it's the amount per serving, 100%, and then it's down here it's like dedication 200%. It's just
that's cool.
It's like the little things you see on the back of a soda can, but it's dad facts.
I'm also wearing a dad shirt.
Oh, cool.
No.
It says it's what I do. I pet cats and play guitar.
We all have writing shirts on.
I know. We didn't coordinate this.
No,
that is so cute.
Well, me and Mel's were planned because
yeah,
I think they fit very well since I'm not wearing my Johnny Depp shirts. So here's mine.
She's gonna make me stand up, isn't she?
Yep.
Yep, gotta stand up.
Now
We saw the trial run too.
Huh?
We saw the trial run too.
It's hard to stand up in this chair.
Don't stand up in the chair.
Well, it's like a couch. It's like a. All right, can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay, you good? Everybody read it.
Yep. I think they're very fitting.
Oh gosh, now I've lost my pillow. Okay.
They are. Has Amber had mental issues in the past?
So
I feel like that's a yes.
Well, Monday's going to be very good because when her sister testified, they know that she lied by a deposition that they have, but that person takes the stand Monday. So it's going to be real interesting because apparently she has been violent towards her sister. She smacked her ex in an airport and initially was charged for domestic, but then I think it got dropped. But they were both beat apparently by their dad growing up and stuff. So I'm sure that there's like some issues there.
Yeah.
So is it over?
No. So it'll be Monday through Friday this week, 9 to 5. Closing arguments is Friday, and then sometime after the holiday weekend, we'll find out what the jury decides. But Johnny's team still has like a little over 18 hours worth of time to present their case, and Amber's team only has 8 hours left.
Just too much.
How too much?
Too
How
many
much?
hours.
Like, how many days have they actually been in court?
19.
Goodness gracious, that's a whole lot of defamation.
It really is. Or as Greeno would say, deformation.
It's hard to believe they're not YouTubers.
Right. That's a good one. Do you think that Elon Musk is going to take the stand at any point, or Franco?
Everybody speculated to begin with, but I don't know. If he does, I'm sure it's just going to be a pre-recorded version like a lot of them have been.
Yeah.
And it would be this coming week, but they did open that door for them to be able to call him. So
I hope he does it in his car, blowing smoke out of his nose.
Speaking of him, has anyone noticed all of the pictures of him when they were together where he has bruises on his face?
No.
Mm-mm.
There's a lot of pictures of Elon with bruises when they were dating.
Cereal? Wow.
Elon Musk dated Amber Heard.
Yeah.
You invited the wrong crowd, girl.
No wonder she got so much money.
You guys usually get me all like going. Jimbo really gets me going in his chat.
Is it about this trial though?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Talking about Johnny Depp.
Oh.
My wife's been watching the Johnny Depp stuff.
Everybody, I mean, it's become like, well, at least it's a TikTok sensation, I'll tell you what.
It's by a crazy woman, bipolar crazy woman, it's that.
She said he's been abused by a bipolar crazy woman.
Yeah.
It's when he was on the stand, it was very sad because you could see the pain in his eyes.
Do you think she's a psychopath?
Possibly.
I think she's got like histrionic personality disorder. I can't diagnose anyone though.
Right. I mean, I can't either.
But like, yeah, I mean, she seems a bit like histrionic to me, which probably like narcissism and histrionic thrown in, probably a little bit of borderline. I don't know. Now I'm getting crazy.
Who asked that?
I think the most, the meanest thing she said was that she didn't like being at his house because it was a bunch of old guys playing guitar.
Yeah, it's boring. Well, she also, when she found out Dior wanted him to be the spokesperson for their cologne, she asked him, why would they want you? They have class and fashion. You're just old and fat. It was like,
Sweet girl.
yeah.
Wow.
Justice Angel, to answer your question, 0.9% are reported, but that's just the reported statistics.
Did Amber snort something up her nose?
I believe she did.
It certainly looked like in the video I saw.
And remember when I told you about the whole drink situation and she stuck the one back in her pocket? So apparently after she left, as she was leaving the courtroom, she threw that bottle in the trash. I guess one of the bailiffs went and got it out of the trash.
Oh shit.
So I'm wanting to know if anything's going to come out about that too.
You imagine if you're like, when you're rich, you can kind of do whatever you want all day, every day, mostly. And now you're on national TV like 8 hours a day every week. Like your high's going to come down a little and you're going to need to sneak off to the bathroom or something, drink a little vodka or whatever if you're an alcoholic. It's got to be, and maybe that's part of their game a little bit, is they know she can't make it that long.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
So what's everybody's thoughts on her pledging the $7 million she got from the divorce and not following through, and then trying to blame it on him years later because he sued her?
Missed it.
I think she's money hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is if you promise things you don't come through with, you either have to own it or blame somebody else. And,
Yeah.
and honestly, most people won't own it. She's not going to say, "Well, I decided to keep it."
Well, she doesn't have the money to pay it now.
So she already spent it.
She was spending like, I want to say $24,000 a month in wine.
Wow.
Oliver Sweet Red is delicious.
So this isn't their first time in court?
No. So
My gosh.
there was the divorce one, and then there was the UK one where she tried to sue, or he sued the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just kind of kept going on and wouldn't drop it. And it got to the point where he just wanted to clear his name. So he's suing her, and then she's counter suing for twice the amount he's suing her for.
They have a lot of time on their hands. They need to get some more movies.
Yeah.
Well, she's now losing movies, and he's getting roles presented to him. So
Yeah.
I don't know, Banner B. Do you think it might be tougher to find another rich boyfriend now? I don't know. The red flags may be up.
Yeah. No.
I mean, like, I don't know. In good conscience, it would be hard for me to start dating someone who pooped in their husband's bed. I mean,
maybe there's somebody into that.
That says it all right there.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Right.
I mean,
It's just not okay.
Unless you found some, incredibly rich person who has no access to the internet or TV and doesn't know.
Yeah.
somebody in our chat is not Team Johnny.
No.
We got a Team Amber. Who is it?
I don't know. But it's 95 yes for Team Johnny and 5% no for Team Johnny right now.
Oh, silent hater.
It wasn't me. I don't think I voted. I just clicked it off. Now it won't come back up, so I don't know.
So, have you guys seen the elevator footage?
I'm not.
Oh, I did see that.
Can you play it for us?
Elevator footage?
Yeah, let me find it real quick.
Oh my word. Although someone behind you just like kept peeking out. It's just your chair.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, I don't think the DV part's okay by anybody ever. You know, I see people talking about that. You know, that's
Yeah,
that's just inexcusable.
100%.
Okay. So, while we watch this, do you guys have any thoughts on her supposedly being abused and then going to Coachella the next day?
And doing what the next day?
Going to Coachella with friends?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't even really know what Coachella
Yeah, that
is.
was
I'm
all
sorry.
fake. It's like a big music festival
Oh,
for EDM house
was she
electronic music.
was she like on the stage or just like just went to it?
She just went with some friends.
Who are these people? Just random people?
See if we can move it forward to. It seems a little weird that they're just looking around. In court, they only showed clips. Okay, so this is after there was an altercation, and she didn't realize he had security with him. So when her friends showed up, they all started yelling stuff. Security came in, got him to leave, and that's him leaving with security. The cops that you see there, they stated that they didn't see any evidence of any kind of markings or abuse happening in their report.
What is he wearing? Can we just like talk about that? Was it a costume party?
well, that was going to be my next question. Like, is there any police reports from where he assaulted her? Like,
So this was apparently the only time that cops were called, and the police report just said that they didn't see any signs that he did anything to her. Like, they said there was no markings on her face. They didn't see the damage that she's now reported
yeah,
or anything. I think this is where her and her friends get on the elevator in a second. Maybe not. Nope. Why'd it go back to him?
how tall is Johnny Depp?
He's not very tall. Let's see. So I get it right. 5'10".
Oh, we're taller than I thought then.
So this is when they get up to the penthouse. Okay, this is her going down to let someone in because she has already had the locks changed. Which she also got caught lying about because she tried to say it was like the 27th that she had them changed. That's James Franco.
Did they know the cameras are there or something?
I mean, you would think she should know because she was living in Johnny's penthouse.
I mean, they're just like keeping their heads away from the camera, so it seems like they know.
So then they went up to the penthouse, and then, okay, this is where her and her friends. Now, does she look upset at all?
No.
They all seem very calm for a whole big ordeal happening, in my opinion. But
Which one's her? I don't even know.
so the one by the buttons is her sister, and the one closest to us is her, and then the other one is her best friend. But that's like pretty much the majority of it. I'm sure it probably just repeats after that. But I mean, I didn't see anything where she looked upset at all. The cops didn't stay very long. Like I said, their police report said they didn't see anything, and she already had another man in his penthouse. So,
All right.
Yeah.
That's weird. Weird.
seems very. I mean, I can't feel sorry for her for any of the harsh things he said to her because from all the evidence that's been presented, she kind of deserved those words. Just saying. She got caught cheating with multiple people.
Yeah. Back to the histrionics. Personality disorder.
When her own witness said she had more than 30 men guests when Johnny was away.
That's a lot.
Holy crap. Her own?
Yeah. That's a bunch.
Yeah, I really can't even wrap my head around that.
I mean, and she was always accusing him of stuff, so.
Right, Gwen.
Yeah.
I mean, they were together for 5 years, but only married for 15 months of that. So no matter how you twist 30 people, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was that what's the actor? Was that James Franco?
Yeah.
Was he with Amber?
Yeah.
And then she just decided to say she got abused? That's weird.
So Johnny had came to the penthouse to get some of his stuff that were like gifts from people that he didn't trust her not to damage.
Gotcha.
And she caused this whole big scene. He told her best friend on the phone, "You can have her," and threw her phone back down on the couch where she was at and went into the kitchen. And that's when she started screaming, and one of her friends come busting in the door. So then they both started screaming, talking about, "This will be the last time you ever hit her, blah, blah, blah." Security came in, looked at Johnny, looked at Amber. She was shocked because she didn't know security was with him.
He was like on the other side of the room, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she continued her act. They left. And then somewhere in there, James Franco decides to come join. And then they all go to Coachella the next day.
So he spent the night. That was his backpack to spend the night, have a sleepover. I take it.
Yeah, and when she was at Coachella, he had planned to go back to the penthouse to get more stuff. And his attorney or someone said they didn't think it was a good idea, and that's when he found out she had pooped in the bed. So.
Oh, so that was like the same. Okay, so this is all the same night.
Yeah.
So.
But and see, he had 5 penthouses. Her sister lived in one, her best friend lived in one, and then she was staying in his, and then an artist friend of his was staying in one, and then the other one they used as like Amber's office and closet and stuff. So no one would have known what her and James Franco was doing because they all had their own penthouses.
Yeah, that's a rough life. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, man,
That Johnny didn't trust any of them rent for.
Yeah. That would suck. I would stop paying those penthouses.
Oh, he sold them.
It's good. So what's it looking like? What do you think the verdict's going to be at this juncture?
Oh, I think Johnny's going to win it. I don't see how anyone in that jury could believe anything as many times as she's even contradicted herself on the stand.
Yeah.
And then all of the witnesses that have proven she's lied, and I mean, they have recordings of her admitting to hitting him.
Yeah.
So I don't see how they could go any other way.
When they bring that home, when the attorneys bring that home, they're going to point all those out. You know.
Yeah.
If she's going to lie about this, right to your face, then what else is she lying about? You know, and I just think it doesn't add up to a good decision for her. I think it's going to be bad. And, you know, just thinking like, you know, money, we were talking about earlier, is just as addictive as anything else. And her cash cow seems to be over. You know, she's losing roles, losing money, losing fame. Like, she may be, you know, in tough times before she realizes it.
Yeah.
Does she have the money to pay him? Like, he's suing her for $50 million, right?
Yeah, she don't have the money. She don't even have the $7 million to pay what she pledged to donate. So how's she going to pay $50 million?
Right.
Well, more than likely, what'll happen is he'll win the judgment, and then she will file bankruptcy on it, and she'll never have to pay him anything. They will have wasted a month in the courtroom.
Well, I think his biggest thing was more to clear his name.
Yeah.
Than anything.
I think he's done a good job of doing that. You know.
Yeah.
The Team Johnny's everywhere.
That's some good lawyers, I'll tell you that. I did see a highlight where, well, for one, I don't think the jury's going to, I don't know. If I was in a jury and like the person in the witness box just looked at me every time they answered a question, I'd be like, suspect.
Yeah.
Like, that's just every time, you know, just that, yes. You know, it's just like, what are you doing? Stop that. Just answer the question. You know, you don't need to look at them for emphasis. And then the whole what was that? Where the her own lawyer like
Objected to his own question.
That was the funniest thing.
He's like, objection. Wait, what? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, and then who was the female attorney of hers was questioning someone, and she got so flustered when Camille was objecting and like setting her in her place that she just gave up. There is rumor though that they were hurt, that lawyer and Amber were heard getting into it after court, and the lawyer supposedly told her, do what you're told or represent yourself.
Yeah. Did you see where she walked out? The judge told her to go sit by her attorney, and she walked out of the courtroom.
Mm-hmm. Yep, didn't even wait for him to dismiss the jury or anything.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's not going to look good with the jury either. And the body language is going to go a long way too, you know, and we've all seen her body language. And I'll tell you one of the saddest things that I've seen from it, and you can feel the pain in the voice. I know you guys are big fans of his anyway, but I think they asked him what he thought this had cost him, and he said something like, you know, not less than 100% of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You could feel it. I mean, it was, you know, it was genuine. It hurt.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, the jury is going to pay attention to things like that. They should anyway.
Well, and her acting coach even testified, like, she can't fake cry. She can't present tears, which she didn't cry once, like legit cry on the stand. So that's pretty telling, because this woman's worked with her since the beginning of her career.
Do they just CGI it into her scenes?
Probably.
They probably don't give her parts where she has to cry then.
I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but until I like looked it up, I didn't even realize how many movies I'd seen her in.
I don't have a clue.
She's just not a memorable actor.
Yeah.
Well, now I've got to look.
Me too, Banner B. Me too.
Yeah.
Did they meet on a movie set?
Yeah, the Rum Diaries. Well, they met when she auditioned for it.
I haven't seen that.
I don't think I have either.
I have a long time ago.
Zombieland, I don't remember her in that movie.
She's in hot water right now. It came out that she had said that thought she was too pretty to be in a zombie movie. So all the Zombieland fans are coming at her now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, now the zombies are going to get her now.
And
He's in trouble.
There was an emergency meeting called midweek about the last remaining 10 minutes she was going to be in Aquaman 2. And I heard that they dropped her altogether.
That's what I heard. That's what somebody was telling me too.
So
It seemed like what she was kind of saying.
Yeah, she said
as well.
No. Yeah, so it was weird how it worked out, because she was on stand talking about how she didn't know how much she'd have left in the movie when it got posted that they called an emergency meeting. And then by the next day, it was going around that they decided to drop her altogether. And the director and producer and everybody's unfollowed her.
Wow.
Jason Momoa came out and said he did not want her in the movie. So, I mean, what were they going to do anyways?
Yeah, Aquaman don't want you in the movie Aquaman. You probably ain't going to be in Aquaman. Same here, Banner B. I didn't know who she was at all until this. I'd probably had heard of her, and I saw Aquaman, of course, but Like I didn't, I could have seen her picture on the news and I wouldn't have known who she was from anybody else.
I mean, she was in Magic Mike, and I was clueless to that too.
I never seen that.
What? You
I
haven't
never-
seen Magic
it was
Mike?
about
You're gonna have to
male
check that out.
It's about male strippers, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not watching Magic Mike.
Actually, I
It's
haven't
amazing.
seen it either.
I bet it is.
Jason took me to the theater to see them both.
He is a trooper.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else came out today and said,
So she was in Elon Musk.
oh, they dated. And he bought her at least
Yep.
one Tesla.
Well, she's like in his movie, like
Oh,
the real life Iron Man.
Hmm.
That's what Google says.
I don't know. I wouldn't
I
watch it.
never even heard it.
Yeah.
Did Tony Stark
Yeah.
get rich off of emerald mines that children mine? I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe they left that out of the comic.
I'm boycotting Amber Heard from now on.
I just wonder how many of her co-stars she's dated. Like, I feel like it's going to be a high number.
I would bet it would be too. Yeah.
Well, someone, I can't remember who it was now, said that they met her when she first moved out there and tried to get her to go on a date. And they said that it was very apparent she had a plan when she went out there. Because she like made a joke and basically acted like she was better than this person.
Yeah.
And then the whole essay story that she made up that oddly enough didn't come out in the UK trial. Her assistant that had testified about her spitting in her face and everything else, after Amber Heard testified that stuff, went public that was her story Amber Heard stole.
I did read that. And she twisted her real experience into a manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that before, actually. But anyway, on YouTube. But I can't. Yeah, I'm sure she felt betrayed in the worst possible way. And why would Amber think she'd get away with doing that?
I mean, look at how long she's been getting away with stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is the more people get away with stuff, the more brass they become about it. Like
Anthony
they just think
Green
they're above it. They can't be caught. They can do whatever.
Yeah,
Yep.
there are definitely people like that.
Yeah. Well, looks like he's not. He's like Kate Moss and Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
Well, and then he was with that model for years that he had kids with.
Kate Moss.
No,
Oh, I thought that's who we were talking about. Yeah.
her name just completely left my mind.
Cheryl Fenn.
Somebody in chat drop her name. I know one of you know it.
No, this must be like his list. Jennifer Grey, Winona Ryder, Ellen Barkin.
Jennifer
That's-
Grey's the
Kate Moss is a
Dirty
model.
Dancing girl.
Yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa Paradis.
Yeah. He was with her for a long time. As a matter of fact, right up until Amber Heard entered the picture.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to see hers, not his. I mean, what happened?
What's your favorite Johnny movie, everyone? I'll start. Ninth Gate.
Edward Scissorhands.
Same.
Either From Hell or Open Window, probably. But, I mean, I
What's
love
your
Jason
second
Johnny.
favorite? I'm just
Second favorite. They did what's your third? Guys, I'm gonna have to bow out. I got to coach at 9:50 in the morning. We've got three games in the AM, so start at 9:50 and we end right in the early afternoon. So
yeah,
be a lot rougher on the kids than it will be on me, but I still got to get my old butt up out of bed. So.
Well, good luck at the games tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me on. I'd like to come back sometime. We'll hang out.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you guys. See y'all.
So she threw the bottle and cut his finger off, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody see where Jason Momoa stated that it gave him flashbacks of her being on set?
No.
Yeah, he made a TikTok like reactment to what was happening in trial. So
Oh man,
it's pretty funny.
I feel like that's definitely not a complete list. 6.
There's only 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
Only 2 of. Well, let's see.
Hi, Dana.
I don't know how to say a lot of these names. Tassa Bonri, Cara Delvigne, I don't know. Elon Musk, Vito Schnabel,
I don't know who any of these people are, other than the female.
Andreas Muschetti. I feel like I do know who he is, but I'm not saying his name right still. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Hollywood, really. Bianca Booty? I don't know.
Remember when you got all your drama from a magazine on the stand next to the checkout at the grocery store? And like
yes, literally.
And then reality television became this massive thing.
Yep. Was it MTV that was like the first, or was there another one before?
I think so. With what's the one, like where they put together people who don't mix in a house?
Yeah. What was that? What was it called?
I don't remember.
I don't either. But man, sure did. That was sure good. Just that whole newness of it. Now there's like a reality. There's just too many of like the same. It's like housemaids, but then you got a spin of, swapping couples or who the hell knows. It's just crazy town out there.
Right.
They attribute Cops to reality television. Makes sense. The Real World, that was it.
The Real World. So it was Cops so Cops was the first?
No, the first was actually in 1948, Candid Camera.
Oh my gosh. I guess I wouldn't consider that, like, I guess it is, but it seems more like in the reality, like games.
Right. But Survivor, like all that, people watch it for the drama, but it's about money, winning money, I guess.
Big Brother, yeah.
Same thing with like American Idol, all that stuff. It's fascinating.
Do you think they'll try and turn this into a movie?
Somebody should.
How
at least a comedy.
Who are they going to get to not act as good as her?
It'll be a daytime drama show. 2 hours, like 4 2-hour short series or whatever.
Yeah, maybe like a Peacock series.
Yeah,
something like that.
Hulu's
I can see it.
Picked it up. Yeah,
I could see it.
Who would want to play her?
Elizabeth Olsen or something. I don't know.
One of the Olsen twins.
No, their sister, who's like in all.
Oh, her sister.
All the MCU movies or whatever. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I think it should be like
Miley Cyrus. No, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. She would be so mad.
And then who would play Johnny?
Banner B says Kristen Stewart will play her. I don't know if anybody is worthy enough to play Johnny.
James Franco.
Absolutely not.
Have to be one of those New Direction kids or whatever or something. I don't know.
New Direction. What's that one kid they always put in the movies? He played he played Ted Bundy.
Yeah, that guy.
Is Zac Efron?
I feel like he's gonna nail it.
Efron, yeah.
Zac Efron.
Disney kid.
I think you're making it do a musical.
Somebody said Damien Eccles.
That's pretty funny, actually.
I mean, he could probably do it because him and Johnny are close friends. So
it'd be like the WishTV.com version of the what is that? The Vegas movie he did about he went and lived with the journalist.
Hmm.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Oh.
Did you guys ever watch that?
I don't think I have. I've seen a lot of movies and then I don't realize I've seen them until a good 20 minutes in though. But
Orlando Bloom could play him.
Hunter S. Thompson.
I could see that.
So he played Hunter S. Thompson in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like lived with Hunter and everything for a while.
They were good friends, and Rum Diaries was actually one of his stories.
Yes. So
And they were in communication about
Johnny.
making it when Hunter S. Thompson passed. So Johnny made it a reality.
Yeah, shot him in the space. Pretty cool. His ashes.
Oh,
I don't know if he had a
Nick
tattoo
wants
of
that.
Johnny, but him and Johnny have matching tattoos.
It'd only be fitting if the actor who plays him like went and lived with him for a minute.
Can I
Definitely.
become friends with this person real fast then? So I can go visit.
Yeah, I think Orlando Bloom. That's a good one.
What?
They gotta have a deep voice.
They have to be able to get the accent too.
What is his accent?
I don't know, but it's perfection. I mean, he grew up in Kentucky and then moved to LA, and he's lived in like London and stuff a lot. But I don't know where his accent actually comes from.
I don't really hear an accent.
What do you guys think about her buying him the dagger or whatever that said "till death do us part" or whatever it said on it? Something about that.
Edgy. They're probably into some weird stuff. So not that big a deal in my opinion, but
Well, I'm only asking because she has tried to say in court that like he would say things about that, basically like she's insinuating that he was threatening her, but then she's the one that bought the knife that said it. So
right. She's just trying to find any little thing to like not have to pay him.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all know she's not going to pay him.
Yeah, she's doing a really bad job of this. It's not going well for her, the trial at all.
No.
Do you think she'll have a career at all after this?
Depends on how good her publicist is.
Maybe if she goes into like daytime TV or something, you could see a place for her there.
Well, she fired her whole PR team a few weeks in because she didn't like the negative publicity she was getting.
Buckle up.
Mhm. Yeah.
She's also been trying to shut down a lot of
Yeah. Right.
social media people because she doesn't
Buy
want to
some a
talk
knife.
about.
Yeah. Banner bees. I'm behind.
Yeah, so I don't know. She's a mess. I think that it was all for the money and the fame, and she knew that she wouldn't get it any other way. And I mean, he's one of the biggest actors, and she's seen her chance, so she took it. I mean, there was a lot of money that came up missing while they were together too.
Eesh, what a mess.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah,
What was it? He had a whole jar of it.
Yeah.
well, if you
Entire jar.
but if you read his lips when she said that, he looked at his lawyer and was like, "A jar of dirt," the line from Pirates of the Caribbean.
From Pirate, yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know. A lot of people testified that like they seen him do it occasionally in like celebration, but not on a regular basis. Like she's trying to make it sound.
Yeah.
She can be in Lifetime movies.
Maybe Hallmark Channel.
And then follows up with do a remake of Hand That Rocks the Cradle and Misery.
Oh. Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, you know, and the thing is like I've heard people complaining about people that are talking about her, and it's like whatever. I think there's like different types of mentally like ill. I think that she's the type that you can make fun of because she's
Celebrities
it's not like someone with like, you know, apparently like schizophrenia or something, you know. She's not that kind of, she's just that histrionics, you know. She's just, everything's got to be about her, and when it's not, she'll do anything to get it back.
But is it
And
the drugs,
lie.
maybe? Do you think she's a hardcore druggie?
I don't see how she could be.
I mean, it kind of sounds that way because like she tried to testify she doesn't do drugs, but then her friends and everyone else have testified about her calling and asking Johnny to bring stuff to places, or how they did drugs on the private island the weekend of their wedding and all of these other times. So you can't just go on the stand and say you don't do drugs at all. Like you clearly do.
Yeah, you have to say that you occasionally do.
I mean, Johnny hasn't hid anything. He's been completely honest about everything in his history of drug and alcohol use.
Yeah.
You know, and like so he had got injured in one of the pirate films, and that's how the whole pill thing started with like his actual addiction. But she's trying to turn it into like he was just an addict of everything.
Yeah. Same Bannerby.
Vindictive and conniving. I agree.
I'm gonna mute for a minute, so someone's getting ready to come home. So
Okay.
I'll be back.
I mean, I don't know. I think she needed the reality check, but like, is it going to make a difference? Because she clearly she knew what she wanted when she went to Hollywood.
She'll continue doing it. It's worked somewhat in the past for her. It's not like she's going to change from this or suddenly grow as a person. I think she's just going to find somebody else. I'm
kind of hoping she'll get blacklisted and have to like go back to living a normal life for a while. Because I think if she just keeps getting roles where she's making any kind of decent money.
She'll just continue.
Yeah, and it's just going to be more victims along the way. Hard for people like her because they lie to their therapist too. Yeah, she wouldn't even let Johnny talk when they were in therapy. She would just cut him off and yell at him all the time.
Yeah, I don't think modern therapy is really to help anything other than just letting people talk more so than. I've read a few articles on. It's a little bit different approach these days. Therapists have to be a lot more careful due to lawsuits and things like that. So it's not like they're necessarily deep diving into telling people what to do, things like that. So, yeah, I don't know. How long were they together?
They were together for 5 years, married for 15 months. And I mean, she flat out told him, like, yeah, tell the world you were abused, Johnny. You know what I mean? Like, because she didn't think anybody would believe him.
Mm. Weird.
And they have that all on recording. So I did hear that she could be facing perjury charges in the UK.
Really?
Yeah.
What for?
So when the UK trial happened, she said that she did not write the op-ed. Well, this trial, she blatantly admitted it. She said, I wrote the op-ed, or the op-ed I wrote, something like that. And I was just like, did she really just say that?
I remember seeing stuff about that.
So, I don't know. And then I've heard a lot of people speculating on if there will be criminal charges after this, but I mean, it's Hollywood, so who knows?
Do you think there's conspiracy people out there like, this is a distraction from what's really happening?
Oh, I'm sure. I know there's a lot of people that go in the chats of the trial and are like, why are we wasting resources on this? But I feel like if it was the other way around, then everybody would be for it. That, you know, her story needed to be heard, and it's like, why doesn't he have the same rights?
Downplaying it.
She tried to ruin his life, his career, and everything. So I understand where, like, as far as like he's never going to see the money, that it's a waste, but I fully feel like he had every right to like defend himself and set the record straight on what really happened.
That's certainly been put in front of everybody. Yeah, it's interesting.
Welcome back.
Yup. Kiddos coming home.
Yeah,
But yeah, I heard what you said about if it was the other way around, would people still be complaining? Probably not. It's like one of those things that we haven't quite evolved from, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, they played that in court. Bannerby.
Anything else been going on?
What, in life? I don't have time for anything else.
I haven't had time. Yeah, really. You got another, what, how many hours? At least 30 more hours to go.
Well, Monday through Friday, which I'm real excited about closing arguments, because I feel like Camille is just going to, like, I have a feeling that she'll be the one that does the closing argument. I think she's just going to, like, shatter what's left of Amber Heard's world. But I love her so much. And she went into this as just an associate. Like, she wasn't one of the big lawyers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, she's
So-
going to go out of it top dog. Like, she's
already had to make all of her social medias private.
Wow.
So, and I mean, I should have went when it first started because not very many people were trying to go. But now people are showing up. Like, court gets out between 5 and 5:30, and there's people lined up at 8 o'clock to get in the next day.
What?
Yeah. I'm like, absolutely not. And then the whole street is lined with people, which he's been like having them
Wow.
drive slow to like, so he can like somewhat interact with people and get some of their gifts that they've brought him and stuff. But she's been apparently not even riding with her team. She's been leaving in a different vehicle than her whole team.
That says something. It's kind of like Black Friday. Sounds like. Get lawn chair.
Right.
Probably have a little campfire. Maybe bring your grill. I could totally see you sitting up there.
I don't know if I could go that long. Sitting outside and like, and then I'd probably look horrible by the time I met Johnny.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting.
That'd be my first concern also.
I mean, gotta impress him.
How's the closet?
Well, Jason finally picked up the mess.
Oh,
So now I just have to go in there and finish organizing his stuff.
that's good.
And then I'm still not sleeping, so I'm having to set an alarm to get up to watch court at 9.
Wow. And you're able to do it? Like, I hate, like, 9 o'clock is.
Well, I would say anything for Johnny, but I'm not going and waiting in that line to get in the courtroom. So,
Oh, yeah.
so that's the best I can do is watch it. But yeah, I don't know. What else have I been doing? I have been looking at some other like cases quietly, but nothing I really want to talk about publicly.
I'm going to tackle thrill killers.
Yeah.
Thrill killer couples. But only one couple. Thrill killer couple. I don't know. Because I haven't done anything on the Greeno front. So. That just takes too much of my time, and I have not had any of it.
Yeah.
It's like a full-time job trying to organize those freaking court docs because there's so many of them.
Right.
I think that's what makes people like have a hard time believing it. It's like trying to imagine the number 1 billion. Like we
Right.
don't understand. we,
Yeah.
like, a million seconds is like 30. I don't know. It's like a half hour or something like that. A billion seconds is 32 days. So it's like there's so much on Greeno that it just overwhelms people. They're like, that can't be true, but it is.
Yeah,
It's a shitload.
that's true.
Years and years and years.
Well, and
Yeah.
the people looking into it, it's like the never-ending hole. You never find the bottom.
Nope.
Honestly, there's so much that I've left out.
Good night.
Like, what are we up to? I'm only up to like 2014, 15 right now. I think. Yeah. So from 2005 till there's so much that was left out,
Right.
but you just cannot get it all. And that bothers me because I can't stand it. I want everything. I want to know everything about everything always. But when I'm doing this kind of thing, like I don't want to skip over things.
Mm-hmm.
But there's most of the stuff's just like, you can't just leave this letter that he wrote to the judge out, where he's just, the lies are so ridiculous. So you
Right.
have to read all of those,
Yeah,
Yeah, and like every year that he's back, he's back in jail like every year.
Yeah.
And he writes the same letter to the judges. Oh, I'm a changed man, and blah blah blah.
Exactly what he tells every one of them on his YouTube channel too.
Yep.
Don't judge me by my past.
That I just did 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, just like right before I got on this live,
literally
I
just
beat some more
threatened
women
some
up.
girl to kill some. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll threaten to kill a girl and then go on a show and tell everybody.
Honestly.
Yep.
I heard from a relative, a distant relative, well, not that distant, that reached out and was like, I think it's pretty bad when your own family knows how much of a piece of shit you are. And like, oh no, he almost beat her to death when she was 8 months pregnant. Like, that's a bad person. That's true crime. Bad person. Yuck. I don't know. But everyone's like, are you still doing Greenos? It's like about episode 7 now. And that's just of the going through the court documents and stuff.
Right.
This is a full season.
I know. I've had
episode.
that Smule episode.
Yeah.
Had an episode about
season's over in September.
Honestly. It's kind of a good goal to be wrapped up just as he's getting out, so I can do the summary of all the highlights of the evil stuff that he's done, just right before he gets out.
Highlights.
But I don't know. I really just want to be done with it, and it just keeps not ending.
The season 1 or the 100th episode.
Yeah, right.
Go back and play the clips from all the previous ones.
We're gonna have seasons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a true crime Greeno break.
Jimbo.
I think that's his name on Reddit. Is True Crime Greeno.
It is. Jimbo.
I need to start incorporating that in.
Jimbo said he's almost ready to do that one video
on
with me and you.
On him.
Yeah, comparing 1 and 2.
Oh gosh, what's the other one's name?
Ernie Shell.
It's frightening.
Oh yeah, that guy. Man, he's a trip. He is ridiculous. I don't know if does he abuse women as well? Is he at that level of
verbally yes, but I don't know about physically.
Has he sexually assaulted any women or battered them? Because that would be the only otherwise they're a lot alike, just in the way that they portray themselves on YouTube alone.
Yeah, it's very weird. What have you been working on, HCC?
Well, I've got a couple things. But Mel sent me a paper that I want to. I think you sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah. So
just a hint, there's a little push.
Pretty cool. Yeah, we might. I was looking at there's a table in there with percentages of the similarities. It was really cool.
Which I'm trying to remember which one was it. The staging and pose.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at 4 different ones today. I couldn't remember which one it was, but one was an overwhelming amount of pages long, hundreds. I don't think I sent you that one though.
I think I have one. I want to do one Delphi episode coming up, and then I'm gonna start a thing that I've shortened the C cubed, and I'll do that later, but.
You've shortened to CQ?
Yes, it's a mystery. It's all a mystery.
Even to us. All right.
It's the Cold Cases Club. But there's
rules. Cool. You're going to do it. I think that's going to be awesome.
I'm gonna do. I don't have. It's gonna, if I never get to 1,000 subs or anything, that's fine. We're just gonna, dig into like newspapers.com and like I've got a case in mind to start off with. It's
Yeah.
there's a website, the Hoosier, that's like Indiana Cold Cases, and then
Yeah.
one near me.
Yeah, that's a good. I think I showed that one when I did the I-65 killer. It was one of them in that journal, and
That's so awesome. That's solved.
I know, right?
They're probably still working for conviction, but they know who it is at least.
Yeah. I think the press conference just didn't get picked up because of. I mean, I can respect their choice not to highlight him.
Yeah.
But I think it's also the reason that it didn't get picked up
Because
they didn't highlight him, huh?
Since he's dead, will they pursue that in court, or do they just call it solved and move on?
Yeah, it's just solved in the books.
That sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But honestly, I've been to a murder trial. They're brutal. Like, it's pretty brutal. Just the emotion, and then there's that lack thereof, and just that turmoil that goes on between the one side of the courtroom and the other. I mean, and just then after the trial, you've got appeals, and then you've got you just live the rest of your life in just this state of like, what's is this really real? Like, are they gonna get out on some technicality? And then it's like, then after you get through that, it's like, are they gonna let them out on parole this year? Or I think some do every 3 years. So it's just like they're getting ready to let that thrill killer out that I want to cover. I can't remember his name. He was an ex-Navy SEAL, and
he's just gonna go back to. He'll do it again. I mean,
yeah,
something.
I got a lot more studying to do tomorrow on it, but I think it was more kind of led by her. But he took a plea, so they have to let him out when it's like by 30 years. So it's an old one, but he's getting ready to get out, so that's why I wanted to kind of bring it back up again. But it's a crazy story. Like, they just like stole and broke into Hooters, just random Hooters. Yep, the wing place, and like stole stuff and sold it on wherever you buy Hooters stuff at. Like, I don't even know. And then just killed some people along the way for fun, just for shits and giggles, just taking people's lives. It's pretty crazy.
It is. I'd be interested in finding out like what they deemed. Like, was he competent the whole time? Was it like, did he try to defend it as like a psychotic break, or?
Oh, you mean because he was ex-Navy SEAL? Or...
Yeah, just going along and then decides to like murder people.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have a lot of reading to do. It's one that, like, my husband, like, he follows all those like Navy SEAL guys, and he likes that kind of stuff, and so they were talking about it, and like they're not allowed to kind of cover it on their podcasts because they're Navy SEALs. They were former Navy SEAls, so he was like, "You should do it." I'm like, "Yeah, I still don't think they're gonna come and watch my show, but I mean, send it to me. It sounds really interesting. Sounds pretty crazy, so it's right up my alley." But I just started pulling. I just like go through first and like pull everything that I can find, and then I read it later. Because if I try to read it one at a time, then I just get too overwhelmed and I don't end up doing it.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way. Just like to read a little bit here and there, and then
Yeah.
once it kind of solidifies in my mind, I stack it. Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, like, I feel like I need to read that, like, what I did for you, chaotic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just those words I can't read them, and I even practice like listen to them. All the
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. HCC asked me earlier when his next assignment was due.
Not is that when you said July, right?
No, yours is next. So June, what did I say, the 17th?
Yeah. I just feel like it's going to be a lot of work for you.
Did you, by chance, start laughing when you got towards the end?
Yes.
I kept meaning to ask you if it really like got you, because it makes
Well,
you
and
laugh.
I was trying to, I didn't know that was like a thing you were trying to do. So I'm just like feeling like a big dick, like just super rude. And, I'm like, but yeah, I think I kind of like ducked out too.
I think that one's gonna get everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, it's past my bedtime.
Yeah, I got to get to bed
Enough.
too. I got to work tomorrow morning.
But
Thank you guys.
first, chaotic.
Huh?
I said, but first, chaotic. Did you get out your rant that you really wanted to rant about?
No, not really, but I might be really heated by the end of the week.
Do it
You have
again.
to do it again.
I really just need to get that community post aspect so I can just rant away.
Yeah.
A little closer every day, but
Hit that subscribe button, people. All right.
thank you guys for joining.
Good night, everybody.
They are all linked in the description box if you want to go follow them. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you guys later. Bye.